Hi, my name is Annemaaike, and I'm an illustrator animator from the Netherlands. This is my illustration that I drew yesterday live on Twitch. Well, the sketch is from an earlier on, but yeah. So in this live stream, I wanted to challenge myself to work on my values. So the way I did that was I created a color layer, a white color layer, on top of all of my other layers. And what this does is every other color you use will turn out black and white. But when you turn off the filter, it will look colorful like this. You get all these these crazy colors that you have used while you actually didn't really know it. So I wanted to color my illustration that way, and I picked pretty random colors, but I was a little conscious about what color went where, because I didn't want to end up with a green face or with a purple face, or so I wanted to keep the skin color there, and but I wanted the shadows and the highlights to have fun colors, and in the end that works, because if you work in the right values, the colors that are all mixed up will look fine. The illustration will still look fine. It might look a little crazy, but it will get the job done, So yeah, I tried to kind of get some pinks and purples in the face because I just really liked that effect, and I thought it would look nice with the overall illustration, with the theme, with the flowers. But yeah, so like I said, I wanted to keep the green bush in there. I wanted to have a normal skin color, and I wanted to have pink flowers. But the pink flowers have yellow highlights and blue shadows. So there's a ton of different colors in there. So yeah, the reason I did this is because in a bunch of my illustrations I can tell that when I turn something black and white... Oh, that's not my illustration, by the way. I was live streaming together with Gregor Scott. He's here on YouTube as well, and on TikTok if you want to find him. I'll link him in the description to his YouTube. So yeah, I was kind of babbling with him, and that was one of his drawings. So here I'm working on the hair. One thing I noticed is that usually I kind of struggle with my hair drawing. Oh, there's a notification. So this time I was actually able to focus a lot on where the highlights of the hair go and where I want the shadows to go and how I can make it look kind of soft and kind of flowy. Usually I really struggle with what colors to put where in the hairstyles, and yeah, so that went so much better than the way I usually do it. And I can recommend doing this challenge. It's really fun to just see how it ends up. I was very curious about the colors most of the time. I really wanted to see how it was going to turn out. But yeah, I really had to stop myself from tapping away the color layer. So here I've started working on the little flower bush. I don't really know what flowers I drew in this. It's kind of inspired by a rhododendron. I don't know if that's the proper English name for it, but yeah, basically like groups of flowers. And I struggled a lot with this because I didn't want it to look like just a big flat blanket. I wanted to have it a lot of depth and make it look like it's an actual bush, because bushes aren't flat. They aren't super opaque either. You can actually look through them a lot, but I just wanted this one to be opaque because I'm not going to struggle with a freaking body behind it. So I had to make things darker and darker and darker and lighter, and because it was in black and white, I was able to see what I was doing there and what it would, what the effect would be on the actual drawing. And here I started with the flowers. Like I said, I had kind of purplish, bluish shadows and then yellow highlights. They're very subtle, but the effect is there. It makes them pop a lot. Actually, not as much in the black and white, but once I turn it back to color, you can see that it's super vibrant and popping out of the bushes. So yeah, the shadows are like a bluish green, and then the highlights are more like yellowy green. And I tried to do that with most of the painting, and I really tried to get the character to pop out more from behind the bush and the background behind him. And yeah, soon we're gonna get a reveal. And I left the recording in there, so that's there for you to enjoy. Oh yeah, so the bee, I also gave the bee some bit of pink highlights, kind of match it with the rest of the drawing. So yeah, here we go.
You want me to count you down? Okay.
There's some things I already want to change though, but...
Here we go. Reveal time.
Okay.
Reveal coming in 3, 2, 1. Click. Whoa. Wow.
He's got pink eye.
Yeah, pink eyes. Whoa, the bush looks good though.
Oh, the flowers stand out way more than they do in black and white. Yeah, so as you can see, he looks a little bit sick. So I had to go back and fix that later. Here you can see me just flipping through the sketch and the drawing that I made later. You can tell he pops out way more than he does in the original sketch. Like I said, I had to fix the purpley hue around his face and warm that up a little bit because he looked sick. So you're going to be seeing that in a bit. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I don't know how much more I'll be uploading on here. This is just a bit of an experiment for myself. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.